Welcome to the DaTroutDT mystery phrase giveaway! Every month there will be a mystery phrase. Complete it and get a chance of winning one gift card. Each video might contain a mystery box that indicates a clue is present somewhere in the video. The clue can be a letter or a number that will randomly appear throughout the video. The letters are aleatory and are part of the mystery phrase. The numbers are hints to the number of words of the mystery phrase or the size of those words. Complete this challenge and deliver your answer from the 1st to the 5th of the next month by using the hashtag DaTroutDT mystery phrase on Facebook or Twitter with your YouTube name and the answer to the mystery phrase. The winner will be one of the first 100 entries, which will be chosen randomly. To be eligible to participate, make sure you drop a like on this video, comment down below if you found any clue or not, be subscribed to my channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any new clue. The winner will be declared by the 10th of the next month on a YouTube video, so make sure you don't miss it. You could be the winner. Here's an example of a mystery phrase. Thank you for participating. Keep your eyes open and good luck.
Me personally, I'm a big fan of cohesiveness.
Yo, what's up guys? We are back with a following up video from yesterday's video. Our boy DaTrout was kind enough to reply to the video I made criticizing him and calling him a retard and an idiot overall, but yeah, he was kindly enough to reply to that video on his Twitter, and in this video we are gonna take a look at the replies he got on his message replying to my video on Twitter, and we're gonna see if he's getting a lot of support or not, and we are going to dive deep into Janimba and justifications for why he's good or why he's bad. I should make maybe a full in-depth video, but yeah, let's just go like this today. So now let's go into Twitter, and here is his reply. Every hero 120% leader is better than STR Janimba. Physical cooler is definitely better. At bare minimum, Janimba is a 7 out of 10. I mean, you mean eyeballing, not bare minimum. If you are saying he's better than he should be. So anyway, so Janimba is a 7 out of 10. So he's the third worst of 10. Okay, for the 120% leads, personally, I think both Kid Buu and the Super 17 are better than Janimba. 10th place Super Saiyan 3 Broly, sure. 9th place Janimba, I stand by it. So he 100% confirms what I said in my video about his opinion, and he confirms that he is indeed mentally retarded. And some people like him, they are mentally retarded because they are so fat, like all the fat got inside the neurons, and the electrodes, when the energy goes from one neuron to the other, it has so much grease that the energy goes slower because the density in his brain is so big, because he has the neurons and the fat. So I mean, it's really bad, and I don't recommend his lifestyle to anyone. But let's dive deep into his opinion, and we are going to do that by looking. Let's look at Janimba first. Yeah, let's look at Janimba first. As you guys saw at the intro of the video, DaTrout is a big fan of consistency. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Consistency. Okay? Consistency. Okay, Janimba right here on the screen, as you guys can see. Let's go into him. So his attack is immense damage, greatly lowers defense, so on. Nothing special about that. His passive, 80% attack up, activates guard against all attacks, medium chance of evading the attacks. What does this mean? So he has the attack up, everyone can understand that if they have at least 2 neurons. Now, guard against all attacks. What does this mean? If you don't know guard, it's when you have the type advantage, you activate the guard. So if you have AGL type against the tech type will have guard because he has the advantage over the AGL type. This goes from strength to AGL, AGL to tech, tech to int to physical, and from physical to strength. It's basics of the game. So what does it mean to have guard? To have guard, it means that you always have 50% damage reduction. It doesn't matter if it's on basic attack or super attack. If you have the guard active, the damage will be reduced by 50%. Are you following? Okay, so if any type attacks Janemba, the damage will be reduced by 50% because the guard is always active. Okay, I hope this is very well explained. On top of that, Janemba, he has around 30% dodge, and you can increase it, and I recommend to increase his dodge chance with the hidden potential system. It doesn't stacks, but virtually you have around 50% chance of dodging it. And I'm not exactly sure if it doesn't dodges or not, because I still think it stacks, or maybe it gives the illusion of that. So now we are done with the passive. Now let's look at the links, because this is where we find the consistency about Janemba. Not just he blocks against all types. I don't know how this is not consistent and how this not pleases the truth. How does this consistent does not pleases the truth? He is the guy who appreciates consistency. Anyway, let's move on to the link. So Janemba has big bad bosses. Most of the units on the Janemba team, all of them have big bad bosses. Increases attack and defense by 25%. Shocking speed. Most of the units on the Janemba team also has shocking speed, so consistency there. On my take of the team, most of the units have the Metamorphosis link that will allow you to heal for 10%. 10%, okay? Keep in mind, on the Janemba team, you can heal 10% at least every turn. Brutal Beatdown. Most of the units also have Brutal Beatdown. Nightmare. Most of the units also has Nightmare. Most of the units also have Fear and Faith, which gives him 2 key, like Shocking Speed, 2 key. And most of the units, at least more than 50%, have Fierce Battle. So in most of the cases, Janemba will always have all his links active at the same time. And for someone that doesn't like, that appreciates consistency like the truth, how can you not like Shocking Speed and Fear and Faith on a unit? And that unit also heals for 10% every turn. I can't understand. So you have a unit that reduces all damage and dodges for around 50% chance with the hidden potential. Reduces all damage by 50% or 50%, and also dodges. It also heals for 10%. It has big bad bosses. It always supers because it has 4 key links that are most of the time actives. And you have a nice amount of links that also increases damage. 15% plus 10 plus another 10, it's 35% plus 25%, 60% extra damage. Yeah, sure, his passive is only 80%, but here you have 60 extra percent that are active most of the time. So yeah, you don't like the consistency of Janemba, I guess. What else do you want? Where are the other units better? So he said Kid Buu is better than Janemba. Sure, Kid Buu, he has no killings, he has a nice damage output. In the case you can super with him, he needs 6 key all the time, unless you have to sacrifice a slot of your team for a support unit. I don't really appreciate support units. I think they are a stupid way to fix problems, but sure, even so you still need 3 key, 3 because it's not a pair number. It will be always, it's not it's a odd number. I guess that's the way to say it. So it's odd number, so it will always be hard to take. You always have to take at least 2 orbs or more. So Kid Buu is better. So Janemba heals from his links for 10%. Kid Buu, in case he supers, heals for 12%. In case he supers, he heals for 12%. So where is the consistency of Kid Buu there that makes him better than Janemba? Nowhere to be seen. Kid Buu doesn't have any defense passives. I think he has big bad bosses, but he still takes massive damage in the face. Yeah, you might heal for 24% if you are lucky enough to super with him twice, but that's pretty rare, definitely more rare than Janemba dodging. So where is the consistency of Kid Buu? Nowhere. Super 17. I'm not a Super 17 hater, I actually like him, but let's compare with Janemba. Janemba has guard against all types, so against every single type the damage he receives will be reduced by 50%. Super 17 passive reduces all damage by 40%. I don't know if DaTrout is subscribed to D-Mounty and SA10 is better than SA20, like D-Mounty says. If that's the case, maybe I understand why you are both retarded, or at least one of you are retarded because you follow another retarded, saying that SA10 is better than SA20. But from what I know, damage reduction by 50% is better than damage reduction by 40%. Can we agree on that? Also, Janemba has a low passive of 80% extra attack. 17 doesn't have any passive for the first turn. You have to wait quite a while for him to get 120%. Yeah, sure, that's bigger than 80%, but you still need to wait at least 2 turns or 3 to get the passive to be on maximum. His links are definitely not better, and let's not even talk about the team. The team is awful. It doesn't have enough units to run it efficiently. So can we agree that 17 in terms of defense is not better than Janemba? Because I guess no one can argue against 50% being better than 40%. If you can argue against this, please leave it in the comments. I will love to read it. Okay? Okay, let's go on. Who else do we have? So Broly is definitely worst. I'm not going to talk about the heroes. I'm just going to talk a little bit about Cooler. So Cooler, he has very specific links that are only for the Frieza race. And on Extreme Physical, there are only 2 units that can be used on his team that have some, not all, some of the Frieza race links, which is King Cold Super Strike unit and Full Power Frieza. Now, apart from those 2 units, the Cooler, the physical Cooler, he only activates 4 of the other links. He also has Metamorphosis, he also has Shocking Speed, he also has Big Bad Bosses, but not every unit, most of the units don't have Shocking Speed on that team. So he will always have key problems, so he will always have problems to get a super. Yes? Yes. Metamorphosis link is also a rare link on that team. Yeah, there are a couple of units that are decent with that link, but not that many, especially not compared to the strength team. And once again, you have to probably rely on support units like Super Buu and so on to get a healing similar to the one you find on the strength team. And something that people say, oh, Janemba is not that great on Super Battle Road because he has no defense. That doesn't really matter, because on Super Battle Road, the defense is just shredded by all the enemies. Even like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, he can get like 80,000 defense and you'll still be wrecked by everyone. That type of values on Super Battle Road, yeah, they are not as good as they are in Boss Rush and stuff like that. So is Cooler better, or Physical Cooler better than STR Janemba? We can debate, we can go back and forward on that, but to say that by 100% Physical Cooler is better than STR Janemba, I don't know from where you got that argument from. Especially, yeah, the Physical Cooler has 100% defense, but defense is nowhere near as good as having the type advantage or to have active guard. Nowhere near that, nowhere. You can't even argue about it. It's just retarded to do that. So, okay, so now we clarified the situation of Janemba. We have read the truth Twitter, and now let's see the replies he got from his fans. Okay, so here we are with this comment once again. We can see he got 85 likes. Now we cannot see how many people viewed the post. I guess that's only him able to see it. But 85 people liked it, 5 people retweeted, and 23 people comment. Let's read the comments. 85 likes, this is just beyond ridiculous, but yeah. It means that at least 85 people are stupid to agree with him. Okay, let's go. DBZ Richard. I bet you'd like Janemba more if you'd have LR Broly. I'm very sorry for the truth for not having LR Broly, that's really sad. But like when you spend 50,000 stones in a couple of months and you cannot get that unit, that's really sad. I guess Jesus hates you. But let's read the comments. Now I would feel exactly the same about him. That's very retarded actually, because as it seems nothing can change his mind. Even though I don't like this comment, because LR Broly is not a good unit for the Super Strength team. It can be used, but it's nowhere near optimal. And what optimal means is that you need no items and you can beat any event. You have the best killings, you have healing effects, you have tanking abilities, you have damage. That's what means to be an optimal team. Optimal does not mean deal the most damage. That's a retarded concept that Reddit spreads, but that's not what optimal means. You stupid, you're very stupid. Okay, let's continue. Slut Muffin. Now I know this guy is some slut indeed, that is always on Demonty's live stream, and is very, very retarded, but let's see. You say that because you don't have LR Broly. Oh, another LR Broly comment. If you say that you don't like the STR team just because you don't have LR Broly, you are retarded. So DBZ Richard, congratulations. Slut Muffin, congratulations. You are retarded. Sorry, not sorry. Wow, very impressive. So it's supposed to trigger the truth, I guess. It's like a meme or so. LR Broly is not even that all good. Official animatics. Dude, you are good, you are good. You are smart. Except he's literally like the top 5 hard-hitting LRs. Warderer. Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, really. Okay, Son of God Apollo. Not on his 120% team. I literally only use him for the World Tournament. That drop in defense is too ridiculous. Congratulations, dude. You are smart enough to be a normal person. Tito. I have hit, paired up with a Broly, and even after he supers, Broly still tanks decently. Well, when Rosé comes in, Broly will even will be even better. So honestly, that defense debuff isn't really anything. I can see your point, but why you have to surround an entire team over one single unit? You should not do that. And yeah, you need to keep it together with Broly, so I guess you still use 17 to get his maximum key, otherwise the damage is not that special. So yeah, like LR Broly doesn't even have the good links on that team, so keep walking, keep walking. Sun God Apollo, once again, I don't have optimal STR team, I wouldn't know. So I guess once again we are with the optimal observation that optimal means to deal more damage. I mean, if you have like, is the optimal car a car that goes really fast but drinks 50 liters in 1 minute? Is that what optimal car means? In my opinion, an optimal car is the car that can travel the highest amount of kilometers for the smallest amount of time and also the smallest amount of fuel. The fuel is also in consideration when you are driving. You see, that's what means optimal. It means you are optimized to do your goal. You see that? It's not that hard. You just need to... Okay, we have our boy, Radiant Gaming. Radiant Gaming is one of the biggest Dokkan YouTubers out there. By the way, Radiant Gaming, if you are watching this video, make sure you shave your shoulders, because I have seen a lot of monkeys in the zoo, but I have never seen a monkey like you with so much hair on his shoulders. It's not that hard, just get some Gillette or some machine, some Philips or something, just shave your shoulders, man. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. That's why you can get any woman. It's disgusting, like... Okay, so let's see what Radiant Gaming said. I don't know this guy very well, but sometimes people on my Discord send me links of the amazing things he says. While I agree with you, I still find Extreme Strength one of the more fun and capable teams to run. It's certainly slower, but still feels efficient. Dude, it doesn't feels, it is the most efficient team. It's not a feel, you just have to do like 2 + 2 = 4. You just have to do the math. It is the most efficient team. But you cucked agreeing with the truth. He is saying something stupid and you agree with him. You clap to something stupid. You cucked. No, that's not the attitude the man has. If you see someone doing something wrong and you just clap and you agree with it, you are just making things worse for everyone. You are just promoting bad stuff. I don't remember the word, like degenerate behavior, something like that. I guess that's degenerate behavior would be a good expression. But either way, 5 people agreed with you. I guess those 5 people agree with the last part and not with the first part, because like you are extremely cocked guy. You need to stop eating soy. Soccer dude, my good friend Chris Rico. In Kid Buu is not better than STR Janimba. Janimba offers way more than Kid Buu and his team. Yes, this guy knows what he's talking about. Exactly. You cannot say in any way Kid Buu is better than Janimba. That's just retarded, dude. Just the truth, like, shut the fuck up with your fish mouth and think before you talk. Like, I know you only open your mouth to put burgers and pizza inside, but no, shut the fuck up, think first, but you have to, I guess you have like to put wood in your brain, like on the oven or something, or I don't know what it's called in English, I don't remember, like you have to put wood in the chamber, like on those old trains, the vapor trains, so your brain starts to process, because I guess you need to warm up your neurons before you say anything smart, because it has to melt all the fat away, because yeah, even at his energy, it still have to run like for at least 1 minute or two, so the energy burns out the fat between your neurons, so you can actually say something smart. So try to, I don't know, you should get those balls from the gashi stuff to don't allow you to speak, but to keep your mouth open, so your neurons clean up, and after you can say something smart. Try to do something like that, because I think it's gonna work for you. It's gonna work for you, or you can just start to exercise. That's gonna help for sure. Now we have Nebulon Ranger. Janimba, any of the three best used in villain's team, since he helps Rosé bridge gaps the he may not be able to. Can't doubt how absurd he links are. Oh my god, my brain. I have dyslexic, and reading someone that writes bad, it's disturbing. Because dyslexic people, we don't read the words properly, we follow the logic flow of the phrase, but if there is no logic, if the words are really back and forth like this, it's really disturbing to read. But he replies to his own comment, and let's see. This is coming from a guy who loves him some extreme STR. Despite it being Janimba's team, it made a bit awkward when you consider having two Brolys who link with nobody but each other, and Rosé is optimal. Yeah, I can see this guy is a little bit retarded. So he uses his team with two Brolys. So he uses the LR Broly and UR Broly on that team. Like, I have debunked that team 2 years ago or 1 year ago already. That team is not good at all. If you are using that team, like, congratulations, you are probably a Reddit rat and you follow the idiocracy they say. Continuing, he replies once again to his comment. That's great. Fact is, Extreme Physical is head and shoulders above every other extreme team in every way, followed by AGL and Strength, almost neck to neck in a distant second. Int and Tech are just aren't very cohesive, because Kid Buu has S links and Broly links with nobody else besides Masked and Bio Broly. I guess I have to reveal my optimal extreme tech team. People on my Discord already know which it is, and you can actually beat the stage 5 boss rush with that team without using any items. So extreme tech is not that bad. Extreme tech is not that bad. And if you use also my extreme int team with the double baby and Janimba and Buan, that team is also very decent. So maybe you are following up the wrong teams or the wrong people that are giving you the wrong information. But yeah, sure, I can agree with you with Extreme Physical. It has some good things. I'm not gonna say it is like 100% more optimal than Extreme Strength. We can debate on that, but to say that AGL that has almost no SSRs, it has like literally no SSRs on that team. You have to use SRs like Towser, and in global you don't even have that Toa that is from the Heroes banner. So that team on global, it's extremely limited. But sure, let's continue. Let's not make this video 3 hours. Okay, so here we have Brew. Let's see, he is some tryhard rolling eyes at the truth. So I don't know, is he saying that the truth is stupid, or is he stupid for replying to my video? I don't know. Let's just move on. Tito, once again, I would say the same, except if you have LR Extreme Z Awakening Broly with Rosé. I would say the same. So, like, I mean, no. If you remove some of the other units, you are going to remove heal, you are going to remove better units from Janimba and Omega Shenron and Cell and so on. There is some options you can make indeed, but no. It really depends on the fight you are doing. For maybe for the Super Battle Road, yes, you could bring the Extreme Z Awakening Broly and Rosé, but you have to be careful with those options. On Boss Rush, definitely not the best. TDK Abomination. Boost damage is underwhelming and he cannot get his super constantly. You have to flood his team with support in order to super. Even then, it can be difficult sometimes. The team is not fun or interesting either. He is the worst 120%. Even Broly's team offers more fun and consistency. Yes. TDK Abomination 17, you are smart, my dude. You are actually smart. You are actually thinking. That's what most of the Truth fans don't do. It's not only the Truth fans, it's also Living Ichigo fans, also Rhymestyle fans, also Nanogenics fans. I still have to make a video on Nanogenics telling you to spend the purple stone on the physical Gotenks. That's another beyond retarded video or opinion that the guy said, like, I try to like Nanogenics because he tries to act so nice and so kind, but we have to remember that we are talking about America, and in America kids play pretend, like the flute kid, or I don't remember, that meme kid. His favorite thing to do is to play pretend. So most Americans, they like to play pretend. They're born in lying. It's not all of them, but there is some consistency there. So Nanogenics could be lying with his attitude. Like D3 said in his video that most of his Dokkan friends, they are liars. They are just pretending with the attitude. It's all fake. D3 said that it wasn't me. I have the same opinion, but he knows better. He's in the circle jerk of the Dokkan Illuminati. Okay, continuing. TDK Abomination 17, congratulations, dude. You are very smart. And now we have BB Fire. BB Fire. On JP, I have only one extreme 120% lead and 4 super. For global, it's the opposite, but not on purpose. How is the comment related? Okay, sure. Someone is lurking for attention. Janimba isn't the problem, lol. The problem is his team. You have to have the most optimal team to make it work, and if you don't, then there is no point in running it. Yes, kind of, but I mean, it's not like you have options. In the other teams, like Super AGL, you have many options to run that team. And Super Strength, you have many options to run that team. On Extreme Strength, you don't have that many options, so you can focus your resources in obtaining those units. Some of the units are extremely old, some of the units can be even free to play, so I mean, it's not that hard. So Melvin, I have no idea who is this. Melvin Janimba would be better if he had a category. This category argument is just ridiculous. Like, are you going, if you don't need, like, categories, they were made for the Extreme Z Awakenings. That's why you have categories, so you have extra buffs for your team. Because do you really need categories to do boss rush? Are you that bad that you need a major improvement on your team to beat that year-old event? Like, come on, get serious, get serious. You don't need categories. You didn't have categories until the 3rd year, basically. So Can't you play the game without categories? I do it every day. Categories most of the times are not even that fun. Like the hybrid team, hybrid science team, it's terrible. It's not fun at all. Let's continue. Lord Nemo. But he is the best of the 120% leads in the link department. So the links are good, but everything else is bad. That's what you mean. I thumbs up for this comment, but at the same time I'm like, eh? So the links are good, everything else is bad. Like, you need to realize what you are saying. GMT, the real reason. Let's see his gift. He's absolutely right. Yeah, he's absolutely right, but not like he's the best 120% lead in terms of links. So he's bad on everything else, and you agree with that? I don't know. Let's continue. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the fish mentality. Yami no Tenshin. Yeah, I guess, dude, I guess. Fish mentality indeed. That's the truth. Catrail. My boy was really hitting like a follower. Sure, I guess. AGL needs some love. Maybe a Dokkan Fest or maybe a Dokkan Fest of LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and LR Super 17. That could be interesting. That would definitely support... How would that help AGL? You mean AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku? Because you'll not get LR Super 17, that's just ridiculous. Especially AGL. You know, that's never gonna happen. Sin or death. You need to stop smoking weed and you need to start to think. Or maybe go back to Mexico. Illustrated Platypus. These names. Super 17 is a beastly tank while producing some decent damage and very cohesive team. I have some problems agreeing with that. He is decent tank, no doubt. Decent damage, yeah, on the third turn. The event is almost done and that's when 17 starts to deal damage. Cohesive team, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Broly is better, but maybe not as a leader. Broly is better than... Individually, Broly is better than Janemba as a unit. That's what you are saying, Gogeta-sama. That's what you are saying. Broly individually is better than Janemba individually. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, Broly is better in what? In which team? Super Saiyan 3 team? Really? No, it's not. It's not. Individually, Janemba is definitely the better unit of all the... I'm not even talking about the teams. Individually, he is the better extreme unit for sure. And I'm not gonna talk about the super units, at least in this video. Okay, Joseph Kindashai. Yeah, Janemba team is fun and all, but his dodge, that really happens, and when you need it, it's just ridiculous. So if he doesn't dodges, you still have 50% damage reduction because his guard is always active. So that's bad for you. And maybe if you spend your orbs on the hidden potential to give him more dodge, maybe it's gonna be more efficient. And you can't expect abilities like dodge to be active all the time, otherwise it would be too overpowered. Or you can't understand that dodge avoids all damage at all. So it's kinda overpowered, dude. So you cannot give all the units 100% dodge. That would be just ridiculous, like you say, indeed. Yeah, maybe you should follow someone that gives smarter advices. I don't know, just saying. Ching Chong 21, Sora, fucking gay cunt. C, I agree, but Broly Super Saiyan 3 is a solid top 3 candidate. Emo. Why? Fucking fanboy. The Gaming Claw. Oh, this is our boy. He was the Gaming Claw, then he changed it to the Gaming Cuck, and now he's the Gaming Queer. He's in his journey to admit himself as transgender woman, I guess, a male transgender woman, because yeah, that's how it works these days. You can change gender and not change sex. It's very complex how the sexuality works on the SJW. So once again we have Ching Chong 21, Sora, fucking gay cunt. They hated Jesus because he told them the truth. Gal 4116. I am surprised this is not 1488, but sure, the Jews hated Jesus because he was telling them the truth. Now, I don't know how this applies to the Broly Super Saiyan 3 top 3 debate. You are not giving any arguments, you are just making a statement and using Jesus and the Bible as your support. That's actually a fallacy, but let's move on from this idiocracy. So we have a new guy, Lurking and Jerking. Sounds great. Kid Buu and Super 17 are both really good units. I don't get why some hate them. No one hates them, they're just not that good as you are pretending them to be. Okay, so you clearly didn't see what I was saying. So I guess this one was farce. Let's see. Sora. They got hate on the start because their team sucked, but now Super 17 is a decent bot since you'll be using him as a floater on the most teams. He won't do any damage. Meanwhile, Kid Buu is really good because of Rose's passive. So I guess you are talking about the villain's team. You are not talking about his own team, which is the topic in debate, the 120% leads. So you are just ignoring the topic and sure. And still you say that Super 17 should be used as a floater. Okay, sure, a floater. And Kid Buu should be main rotation with Rose. That's gonna be great for sure. It's gonna work very well for sure. But why did Kid Buu and Super 17 got hated at the beginning? It was because most of the Dokkan YouTubers, Rhyme Style, Nanogenics, even D3, they made very stupid teams. They did not understand how the teams were supposed to work, and they made very stupid teams, and they said those units were trash. That's why they got all the hate, because they influenced the fan base to think that those units were shit. I never said any of the units were shit. I actually think they are all good, most of them, some better than others for sure. Just the teams that you are making, the teams are stupid, the rotations are stupid, and that's why they don't look good. That's why no one makes them look good. And of course, if you compare Super 17 with no dupes, with physical cooler with 3 dupes or whatever, or 100%, of course Super 17 gonna look worse, but that's not the case actually. Moving on, let's see his answer, Lurking and Jerking. Okay, so you clearly didn't see what I was saying. Okay, so their teams suck. So what's about under Rose or under Super Vegito as an int, as in Buu Arc? I mean, all the units by that logic must suck cause their teams might not be that great. Once again, they are going away from the 120% topic to talk about other stuff like, no. Moving on, we have the last answer. If you view them as a whole, there's not a great outcome, but singular. Okay, there's a big difference. They are all bringing different options to the table. I'm super interested when they release the category for the androids. I have come to love all the units, because there is no point in complaining. Yeah, that's a good attitude, dude. I guess that's the attitude you should have if you want to play this game. Just appreciate every unit for what they are and not what they were supposed to be, or what they would, or what you would like them to be. So yeah, I guess you improved the quality of your comment there. And now for the final two comments. Gordezus Loremilius. But the art is fire though. The art is fire, okay. So unit is good because the art is good. Great arguments, great arguments. So this person is better than that person because they are more good looking. This car is better than that car because it looks better. I mean, that's a very bad argument. But what to expect from kids? Dash 10X. Cooler, Super 17, Janimba, Kid Boo, Broly. Almost there, dude. Almost there. Translated from Estonian. Shout out for anyone from Europe. I'm always up to appreciate and help our European brothers. So there you go, guys. That was the chain of answers from DaTrout. Once again, remember, DaTrout, he appreciates consistency, and once again, every Euro 120% leader is better than Strength Janimba. Physical Cooler is definitely better. At bare minimum, Janimba is a 7 out of 10. He means high balling, not at bare minimum. That doesn't make sense. So for the 120% leads, personally, I think both Kid Boo and Super 17 are better than Janimba. I already debunked that easily. So yeah, Super 73 Broly definitely worst. 9 place Janimba. I stand by it. You stand by it because you are so fat. Like the gravity is so strong on you that that's why you stand by it. You can't move because you are so fat. Try to lose some weight and maybe you'll not stand by it. Maybe you can actually move your opinion to something else. So there you go, guys. I hope this video is gonna be interesting. It's probably way too long for anyone to watch, but if any of my subscribers watch it to the whole thing, I really appreciate that. Leave a comment if you actually did watch the whole thing. I would greatly appreciate if you guys smash that like button as well. There will be a clue in this video. I need to think. Oh, okay, I got a good clue for this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later.